this is going to be a shaped book. And what I have is two. I decided this was going to look good on black, right? I have two 8.5 by 11s here. I'm going to peel this off of here, put it on the sheet, try to get it as much, this part as up to the top and the far right edge as I can, and let the rest of it come down. Now, if I get it straight, I get it straight. If I don't, there's still enough wiggle room that once I cut out around the bug, the wings and stuff, butterfly, whatever. I know, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all have to forgive me. I'm going to do the wings like they are. But when it gets to the bug, I'm going to make it more of a block style, just so the book has a little bit more support. In which case, I'm going to make a template because I want the wings for the pages that when I open the page, it's a full butterfly. You know what I'm saying? So, and for some reason, I kept thinking this thing was a dragonfly. I know I'm not all there with it today. So, y'all have to forgive me. I want to see if I can do this. If I can do this not feeling good, y'all can do it feeling great, right? Let me see. And it is out of that peel and stick wallpaper, so you really don't have to worry too much about tearing it. Oh, come on now. Don't, you know, when it comes time to peeling it all. So I want this up there as much as I can. And look how much room we have left on our paper here. So yeah, definitely can do this. See how easy that was? Okay, we gotta do that again on this piece over here. Make sure I got the same black look on both of these. All right, now let's try that again. And if look, we got all the information we need. You don't have to go to the Dollar Tree to get these. I don't think. I don't know if you sell them. They have Facebook, Instagram. Visit us at www.mainstcreations.com. And no, they're not promoting me. This is not. Uh-oh. Look what I said about not pulling stuff off. No, the head done came off. Now. Dang it. I think my butterfly thing here was probably already messed up before I tampered with it. It was too easy, too clean. You know what I mean? In which case, here. I'm guessing that's straight. The rest of the bug's crooked, so it's fine. It's the back, right? So there we go. We have a front of a book and the back of a book. Then we have this we can use to make a template, or and what I'm going to do, I guess I'm going to start this out kind of on the straight note. Figure out where it is we need to go and how much room do I want to keep. You see, about this much is what I have on. Yeah, about that much. I just want enough to where you can see a smidge of the black behind this. Let's see. I think that'll be good. Now watch, I'll cut it crooked. Yep. Alright. Okay. Let me do this. Let me see. I'm going to come out straight from the little body for sure. And enough up from the head. Let's say the top of that little flower thing come out straight there. Go ahead and cut this little section out. the beginnings, right? And the only thing I'm going to do there is I'm going to go around, kind of leave a little bit, depending on what's there, what's not there, as to the shape of this thing. I do want this indent up here. And I'm not being very careful with my cuts right now. I'm going to go back and clean it up. I'm leaving myself enough room, though, so that I can figure out how much, because I just want a little tiny bit of the black behind here. Okay. And there we have the shape of our book. I know, the one looks straight, the other one looks a little, it might just be the head's not straight. Let me see. I can't tell. All right. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to clean this up. And I'm going to keep, what I'm going to do is, this flower here is going to be more marked this way. I'm going to try to come down to where this little indent, they kind of seem to be somewhat equal. And I'm going to cut from there over on both of them, because you make it these two sections as equal as I can. And then we'll come back and do the bug part. Alright, so it's been mostly trimmed. What I did is I lined the side of the body up against the ruler, and I put that on, well, mine's lined up on the 8. Then I marked where the 1 inch out. So I have 2 little marks at the 7. That's where I'm going to say from this side over is for book, mechanics of the book. From here over is going to be the shape of our pages and the front itself. That way, when I come to do this other side, now I don't think that head is exactly straight, so I'm going to just go what's shown on the body part here for the majority of lining this up. On the 6, I'm going to go 1 inch out, make a mark at the 7. Again, that's going to be book and looks. So now the trick's going to be to trim this out to where it also looks good. So I'm going to go from here up and from here down and finish cutting out what I need to. I got my little scissors out, but I am not by any means really being particular as to that's like right here. You can see I made the U-turn. I just didn't get all that in there up close and personal with everything, as it were. And then there's that. Do the same thing with this one. Line up my marks. Give myself a little bit of a cut. Not much. Another thing too, with marking it and cutting it like that, you'll be able to line these two up. You'll know that those two marks should be the same. Okay, so when it comes time to actually make sure, I didn't do too bad considering I just, went around what was already there. I see a place where, I have to do this. But yeah, it's not too bad. So, next step is going to be to get this bug body to wear it down. This is the front of the book. It's most important. This is what everybody will see. So I'm going to line up to where it is even on one of the full marks there. So we know it is 1 inch away from the top and the bottom of this bug here. Then I think I'm going to use my ruler. Just put the ruler up against the bug body and a straight line. And then the only thing will be left to do will be to straighten out our little cuts here. So we know that's now straight. I'm going to use this corner down here. And right there. See what we can, something close by. Let's see, scooch it down to there. There we go. My mark from that inch and then the new line we just cut. And I have to get my head in the way so I can see. There we go. And then do the same thing on this end. Make sure that everything is straight. Go with the shortest part there. Let's see. Get that on the line. Just to make it easier on myself. There we have it. And now you want to make the other one the exact same way. Make sure that the book part is going to be straight. And what we did is we assumed that our bug body here was straight. And now I'm going just with the edge of the body, not the head, because the head was a little bit crooked. And we went one swoop this way. We got that lined up. We got our little white mark from the 7-inch. Need to line it up. I'm going to stand up and look to make sure it's straight. Flip this guy around. Let me see. And then, let's try not to do that too much. You know what I mean? Okay. So there's 1 and 2. The front and back. Kind of overlay. And if it's a little bit too long, that's fine. That'll all come out once we start actually making the mechanics of the book. This is just to get us going. Front and back. Gonna line them up. And my thought is, once we get everything done, to take the hole punch or something and do I don't see my rings. either these rings that are meant to do paper or to do curtain rod, you know, rings for the curtain rods and stuff, shower curtain rods, because they come in every color known, and they just need to clip together. It's kind of like these, and don't get the ones that have the little button that you, well, I mean, I guess you could, but you'll have to watch how big of a hole you make. And these are made to do things like this with, so that's what I will be using those. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sit down and I am going to go around my little pattern, make sure that everything is the way I want it. I'm going to try to avoid doing anything from that straight line over towards the bug on both of these. It's all going to be this way. Let's see. If we're going to do the hole punch thing, let me see. Let me just grab something right quick. Voila. Okay. Trace it out. And remember that now you can incorporate the rectangle part of this into your pages, because they're going to have to go through the holes too. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of get them in the same shape. I would do halves. If you want one in the center, fold your paper in half. Put the fold line where you're going to want the fold so that when it opens up. But on those rings, it's going to be kind of hard to do, one open thing. However, it's not impossible. It's just a little bit more difficult. And that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and make myself a template of the front of my book, because we can always change the back up a little bit there. I'm going to do it on a little bit of cardstock. I think I'll use a black magic marker. That way if I accidentally go over, of course you can always do the back too. But still, if we jump onto the black, it's not going to show. And if you want to make this even firmer, you can get a piece of, I would probably do food box cardboard, something thin like that. I don't think I would go with anything heavier than maybe your cereal box. And then come back over with another piece of the black. Put your cereal box so it stops about 1/4 inch in. Come over with another piece of black cardstock and make sure that 1/4 inch is sealed down. And that way you will not see the cardboard, and it'll look like it's all one uniform piece. Also, if you want to attach ribbons to this, that'd be another good way. So I'm going to get this trimmed out. I'm going to find myself a bunch of pages. I'm thinking I'm going to go Snow White paper on this, just because I have a lot of it handy somewhere, or I did have anyhow. I cleaned up the other day, now I can't find anything. So I'm going to make my template, get my pages built, and then we'll come back and see how everything goes together. So the last thing left to do is to get these things in order, stacked up, lined up. And what I'm going to do is get everything lined up as well as I can. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to start doing some of the finer trimming. I'm going to try not to hit the covers, but I'm going to trim up the papers in between. Just by taking small little slices of them, kind of like this, and gently go down from the top to the bottom. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you got some skills, you can cut each layer at a time. Otherwise, you'll need to be very, very careful what you're doing, just so you don't accidentally cut through something you don't want. And get these things trimmed up. There's one.